Yeah. To hear it. To mix it, move it, make it. Here we go. Bambino. Bambino. Let's go, Bambino.
Hi Bambinos, you are most welcome to the 6th episode of Bambino from Divinity Center, Ramsgate. And I hope you must have enjoyed our previous episodes. And today, the Divine Youth members have come up with a new varieties of programs in this Bambino 6th episode. And on this day, we are going to learn a new Bible passage. Gospel of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 40. And the word goes like this. And the king will answer them, truly I tell you, just as you did it to one of the least of these, you did it to me. So my dear children, when you do something for others, the Lord says, you did it to me. When you help your brother, your sister for something, you are doing it for God. When you help your mom and dad at home, you are doing it for God. When you do something for your friends in your school or anywhere, maybe some charitable work, some help or something that you do to others, you are doing it to Jesus. And this is the message this episode is going to bring to you. Enjoy and may God bless you and practice it.
I hope everybody is doing good today. Are you all enjoying the story times and the stories that I'm telling? I hope you all like it and enjoy it. Today's story is very special to me because I myself have 2 sisters and this story is about 3 sisters. Okay? Are you guys all sitting comfortably? Let's get started. Once upon a time, there lived 3 sisters. Now, these 3 sisters were so different from each other. They were so unique and different from each other. They all had different skills and different likes and interests. But every summer, their parents used to call them together and give them a summer project. Since it is summer holidays, the parents would like to call them together and give them a summer project to do together. So this was a custom every year that they used to do. So this year, they were very much excited and looking forward to what project that their parents is going to set them. So the parents called all 3 of them together and said, so this year's summer project is something quite different. And they were asked for any guesses. And one of them said, is it an artwork? Is it a different project that I have to do? Some of them might be thinking that it might be a craft activity that we have to do. And they had lots of guesses. And the parents keep on saying, no, nothing like that. Actually, this summer, it's an outdoor activity. They were so excited because this is something that was very different from all the other years. So all 3 of them decided to go outside. And the parent took them outside to their garden, which actually needed some work because it was a big open space. And the parent said, we are actually going to separate these land into 3 sections. And each sister is going to get 1 piece to herself. And your summer project is you have to look after this plot of land and you must do whatever you want with it. You could plant anything you want. You have to look after, you have to water it, you have to make sure you take care of it. They were very much excited and was looking forward to it. The oldest one thought really long and hard and decided, I know. I am going to plant lots of different varieties of flowers because I am going to pick all of them and I'm going to make a beautiful altar and I'm going to decorate my altar with all these special flowers. And the second daughter thought long and hard and was thinking, yes, I could make a beautiful altar, but I want to do something different. I am going to plant lots and lots of different varieties of fruits and vegetables. I'm going to put in tomato plant. I'm going to put celery. I'm going to plant an apple tree. I'm going to put all of these different varieties of fruits and vegetables. And at the end, I'm going to produce a beautiful dish. I'm going to cook something so special for my parents with all of my produce. Now the third one, she wasn't too bothered by any of this. She wasn't interested in any of this. She decided to ignore the parents' instructions. She didn't plan anything. She wasn't too bothered by everything. So the parent decided to call all three of them together and said, okay, today we are going to go shopping and you could buy everything that you need. So the first two were so excited. They made a huge list of all the different things that they needed. They did research. They learned how to look after their different varieties of plants, fruits and vegetables. They were so keen. The younger one, she wasn't too bothered by it. She wasn't interested by it, but she just went along with them anyway. While her parents were encouraging them to buy everything, the youngest one didn't seem interested. She spent the majority of the time playing on her phone. They got everything from the shop, and the very first day, the dad separated the land. One for each sister. The first one decided to dig. She started digging and digging and digging and put different varieties of flowers. She put sunflowers, she put roses, she put lilies, she put tulips, all the different varieties of flowers she decided to put into her section. The second one decided to plant lots of different types of seeds. She put tomatoes, she put leeks, she put celery, she put tomato seeds, all of these different varieties. And they asked the younger sister, why aren't you doing? She shrugged her shoulders and said, you guys do whatever you want. I'm not too bothered by it. And they said, look, Dad has given us such an important thing to do. Why don't you do something? And she said, I'm not interested. Because her sisters compelled her, she actually decided to just take in some leftover seeds from her two sisters and she just threw it in her patch of garden without doing much work or digging it up or anything. That's when her father decided to walk in. And she went and the father went and inspected the first section and said, it's looking very well. I see you have digged very deep and put in these bulbs. It's looking very nice. The father went to the second one and said, wow, I see you have supported all of these plants. They will grow nice and strong. And the father went to the third section and he was very much disappointed and called the youngest child and said, why aren't you doing it? And she said, I don't care. I'm not interested to do this. And the father said, come, I will help you. Let's do this together. The father started digging, but the youngest child was not too bothered by it. She just sat there really, looking at her phone. And that was the end of the first day. And the second day, the children got up so excited. The first two went and checked in the morning to see their plants. They watered it. And in the evening, like usual, the father went and decided to do his usual rounds. And so the very first one's patch growing nice and strong. So did the second one's. And the third one's patch was looking a little dry. And he called her and said, why aren't you watering it? Again, she said, I told you I'm not interested. I'm not too bothered by this. Why are you disturbing me? The father did not give up hope. And he said, today also I must help you. Let's do this together. And the father watered the plants for her. And the third day, fourth day, it was the same thing. Soon enough, the father stopped calling the youngest child and decided to look after the patch by himself. He didn't bother disturbing the youngest child, but did not want to go in and fight with her either way, but decided just to pray for her. Now, one fine evening, the father called together all the three children and said, starting tomorrow, I am sending you for a retreat. And you must go to the retreat. It's a youth retreat. All three of them went, not knowing what to expect. The very first day, the youngest child was not too bothered by it. Whatever father said, whatever the preacher said, the priest said, all the preaching, all the sermons, all the talks, she wasn't interested by any of it. And the second day came along. It was the same thing. But on the third day, something struck her. The priest was talking about doing things for Jesus. And the priest said, whatever you do, no matter how small or big it is, when you say, I am going to do this for Jesus, it will become meaningful. You will have a desire to do it. Because when you do things for Jesus, you will give your 100%. This thought really touched her heart, and she decided to meditate on it. And on the final day, the parents came and took them back to their home. The next evening, when the father was going to do his usual rounds to check the garden, he was very much surprised. He looked at the youngest child's garden patch and he found something very special. The youngest child watering it, working so hard, making sure that all of her plants were taken care of. And the father was so surprised by this change, because usually the father had to come down and look after it. Whenever the father used to call her, she used to ignore him. But now she's looking after it all by herself. The father went to her, gave her a hug and said, I am so happy that you are doing this. What is different now? And she said with a smile on her face, Papa, till now, it was a great burden for me to look after this garden because I was thinking I am doing it for you. I didn't find any happiness in doing that. But from today, from this moment onwards, I am not doing it for you, for my sisters, or even for myself. I am doing it for my Jesus. When I do something for Jesus, I want to give it my 100%. And the father was so happy to listen to this response from her daughter. Now at the end of the season, at the end of the summer season, all of their beautiful garden bloomed. It was looking very good. The first one collected all her flowers and decided to make a beautiful bouquet for her altar. The second child, like she thought, she picked all her fruits and vegetables and cooked a scrumptious meal for her whole family. The youngest child, who thought that she wouldn't have anything to show, just because she said, I am doing this for Jesus, was able to produce both flowers for the altar and also provide food for the table. Now friends, when our parents ask us to do something, no matter how small or big it is, no matter if you are interested or not interested, do it with the attitude, I am going to do it for Jesus. Then you will see miracles happening and you are able to harvest much with that thought. And stay blessed, and I will see you next time with another story. God bless. So beautiful. Oh, Bambinos, you're back. So, you have learned the Bible verse, didn't you? What was that Bible verse again? Matthew chapter 25 verse 40. So, make sure you write it down, jot it down. We will test it at the very end. You know, I was admiring these beautiful flowers. They're so beautiful, isn't it? And they smell so good. You know, there was a saint who is known as the little flower. Do you guys know who that is? Like these flowers, her life was so beautiful. Let's go and learn about her. Are you guys ready? Let's do this together. 1, 2, 3. Here we go, Bambinos.
Lord, I want to be in the number. Oh, when the saints go marching in.
Hello Bambinos! Today I will tell you the story of Saint Therese of Lisieux. Before I tell you the story of Saint Therese of Lisieux, first let me introduce her parents. Her father, Louis, was a watchmaker who wanted to become a monk. Her mother, Sally, was a lace maker who wanted to be a saint. When they both got married, they wanted to lead a celibacy life. However, when they met a priest, he made them know that it was not the will of God. So they decided to do what is the will of God. Together, they had 9 children, 2 boys and 7 girls. However, 4 of them passed away at their infants. When the 4 of them passed away, the neighbors and other family members told them that it was better not to have them. But Sally was so angry and told them, "My children are not lost forever. The life is short, full of mysteries. One day we all will be together and forever." Therese was the 9th and the last child. She was born on 2nd of January 1873. After 2 days of her birth, she was baptized. When Therese was born, she was the weakest one, so they thought that she was also going to die. But she lived and surprised them all. She is not only the youngest child, but also the most spoiled one. She didn't want her father and mother to tell her what to do. She often used angry words with her elder sisters. If there is any argument in her family and towards her, she always start crying and make the situation all uncomfortable for other family members. However, Therese loved her father, mother and her elder sisters. She knew that Jesus wanted her to say yes whenever possible instead of saying no. But her mother was afflicted by cancer when Therese was only 4 years old and she died. This left her alone, so her father came to Therese and gave her a little yellow flower. "Here you go, my little queen," Therese said. "Thank you, Papa." Her father knew that flowers always made her happy. That was the day when she got the idea how she was able to say yes instead of no. So every time she says an yes, she will offer a flower to Jesus. After the death of her mother, it was a 16-year-old Pauline, her sister, became the second mother to Therese. Her love with Pauline was so inseparable. One day, while Pauline was taking Therese for a ride in a wheelbarrow, Therese slipped and fell and hit her knees, and her knees hurt so badly. But Pauline saw that and she was so afraid, asked Therese, "Are you okay?" When Therese looked at the face of Pauline, she saw that Pauline was so scared. So Therese didn't want to scare her more, told her that she was okay. And by this, she gave more flower to Jesus. However, after 5 years, Pauline left the home, went to the convent to become a nun. This again left her alone. And suddenly after that, she was caught by a fever that made her rest in her bed for long. While she was resting in her bed, she prayed and she saw Mother Mary. And when she saw Mother Mary was smiling at her. The fever suddenly disappeared from her. After that, she described this story to her parents, to her father and sisters. They never believed in her, but they were shocked to see that the fever had disappeared from her even without leaving any symptoms behind. One day, Therese was playing with a red ball, and while he was playing with the red ball, she imagined that she was playing with Jesus. And while she was playing, her elder sister, Celine, approached her and asked her that if she is able to join. But Therese didn't want her to join, but when she knew that Jesus wanted Celine to join with her, Therese, since even though she was unwilling, told Celine that she can also join. By this, Therese offered a red rose to Jesus because the thorns was hurting her, and she knew that sometimes love can hurt, but the smell of the rose for Jesus is worthy. One night, her father asked Therese to sleep alone, and Therese was so afraid of darkness she didn't know how to sleep. And Therese was curious and sitting in her bed, and Therese thought, instead of being afraid, what do I do to solve the problem? So she came up with an idea. She thought to offer a flower to Jesus, and she thought of the favorite flower in her list, and she found out that she was going to offer white moon flower because it was not afraid of the darkness but only blue at the night, and the white moon flower is beautiful and brave. By offering the white blue moon flower to Jesus, she had a good sleep at that night. In her time of Holy Communion, she thought of giving a bucket of flower to Jesus, so she used to list all her suffering as a flower to Jesus. But she was so sad to know that her mother and sister Pauline was not there to see her receive Holy Communion. But once she received Holy Communion and became one with Christ, she knew that she was more close than ever with her mother and sister Pauline. One day, when Therese heard the news about a criminal called Francini who committed triple murder is judged to be hanged, she had so much pain for him. Even though she never met him in person, she started praying for Francini and asked Jesus to show her the little conversion in Francini. Francini, however, was a person who hated the church and God. But Therese was continuously praying for Francini for his conversion. So, before he was hanged, Francini was asked what he wanted to do. So, Francini told that he wanted to make a very good confession. After he made a very good confession, he kissed the crucifix of Jesus 3 times. And when Therese came to know that Francini had a great confession before he was hanged, Therese was so happy and thanked Jesus with loads of flowers. It was a tradition in France that the younger children get their Christmas gift kept under their shoes. So when Therese was 14 years old, both her father, Therese, and Celine went to the church. After they left the church in their Christmas Eve, they came to house, and Celine already kept Therese's present in Therese's shoes. When her father came to know that, father shouted at Celine, "Why are you doing this? Don't you want your sister to grow?" And Celine was so upset. But when Celine knew that Therese had heard the conversation between father and Celine thought that Therese was gonna start crying because she was so sensitive. But she was so surprised to see that Therese never cried. But when Celine approached her and asked her, Therese replied that it was a plan of God. So at the age of 15, she also wanted to become a nun like her sister Pauline. So she asked the nun superiors of the convent that if she is able to join. But the superiors told that she is so young that she is not able to join at present. So Therese went to the bishop and asked bishop that she wanted to join the convent. Bishop also knew that she was so young, didn't want Therese to join. When Therese realized the problem that she was not able to join the convent was because she was so young, to solve the problem, she tied her hair more up in order to look elder, but that was even not worth it. When her father and sister took her to a pilgrimage to Rome, they met the Pope. When Therese met the Pope, she asked Pope that he has to give permission so that she could join the convent. She was so arguing to the Pope that she wanted to get into the convent to become a nun, and there was 2 guards how to drag her out of the room. When the vicar general saw how determined Therese was to become a nun, he gave Therese the permission to become a nun. Her dream to become a nun soon met the reality when she entered the convent. Her convent life was so hard for her as a young child. However, Therese endured it by creating more flowers through her sacrifice in the convent. When she was in convent, heard the news that her father was affected by throat and became mentally disabled. He took a gun to shoot himself and he was taken to asylum. The news spread across the convent and other sisters were murmuring about her father, and this made her so sad, and she started continually praying for a recovery of her father. And this made her give more flowers to Jesus so that he could know the suffering that she's going through. Pauline was elected as a prior in the convent. When she was elected as a prior, the other sisters were so scared that they thought the family was going to take over the convent. When Pauline came to the realization that this was how other sisters felt, she went to Therese and asked her to be a novice than being a nun. Being a novice, she always has to get permission from other nuns to do what she wanted to do. This was a sacrifice that Therese made in order to maintain peace in the convent. This made her give more and more flowers to Jesus. In 1855, Therese was asked to write her childhood memories. After she was writing her childhood memories, she was suffered by tuberculosis, later died due to that sickness. After the death of Saint Therese, Her writing about her childhood memories, along with other writings, were published as a book called Story of a Soul. The Story of the Soul became so popular in the 20th century as a spiritual book. It was Pope Pius XI who canonized Saint Therese as a saint. After many years, John Paul II made her the doctor of the church. She is one among the 4 women to become the doctor of the church. She is known as the patron saint of missions, even though she never go for any missions, never started a congregation, never left the convent. Due to her great support for missionary work and other members who gone for the missions, she was considered as the patron saint of the missions. Even congregation was started in the name of Saint Therese of Lisieux. She is always known as the little flower of Jesus. From her story, that we are able to find that by doing simple ordinary works with extraordinary love, we are also able to love Jesus. Through her suffering that she endured for others, she was able to imitate the suffering our Lord Jesus Christ had to go through on the cross. The way how Teresa made her suffering into a flower garden, a gift to Jesus. My dear friend, which are the flowers that you gonna give to Jesus? As she is able to do that, so do we.
Bambinos! So, we have learned about our little saint, right? What is she called? What is she known as? I'll give you a little clue. Yes, she's known as the little flower of Jesus. Now, we have a special art and craft ready. Now, we are going to learn how to make a little flower. Just to remind us that just like Saint Therese was the little flower of Jesus, that we ourselves could be the little flower of Jesus. Are you guys ready? Let's go and learn how to make this. So let's do this together, Bambinos. Here we go, Bambinos. Let's go and learn how to make a little flower. Hello Bambinos, welcome back to Arts. You know, I had such a pleasure looking at your work from last week. You know, you guys are so creative, and I hope you did a lot of prayers and learned a lot of Bible verse for the leaves you earned. And today we're going to make something special. Did you guys have fun listening to Besu's story of Saint Teresa of Lisieux? She's also called Little Flower. Do you know that? She is one of my favorite saints. Do you know why? Because I find her life so inspiring. She only lived for 24 years and yet she became a saint. And like other saints, she never traveled anywhere. She never did any big missions or anything like that. She was just inside her convent, helping others, doing a lot of good deeds and prayer. And from that, she became a saint. How inspiring, right? During COVID, we are in a similar situation, right? We are inside our homes with our parents and our siblings, and they might be asking you to do a lot of favors, asking you to help out with chores, cleaning, things like that. Just like Saint Teresa, you could help them and collect a lot of good deeds, and you can transfer them into little sacrifices for a good cause. You know, when Saint Teresa was very young, she had a habit of saying no to any favor she'd been asked. But it was while her Holy Communion preparation, she promised Jesus that, you know, Jesus, when someone will ask me a favor, I will try my best to say yes. And that's where her journey started to be a saint. How inspiring, right? So, you know, next time when your parents or your siblings or your friends, anybody in fact, ask you for a favor, and it might be difficult, you might be busy with something, or it's so inconvenient, it's such a hard work. But maybe we could take a little inspiration from Little Flower and say yes. And from that good deed, we can offer a lot of prayers. You know, prayers does not just involve saying Hail Mary or Our Father. Prayers are also little sacrifices and favors and good deeds. Before Saint Teresa died, she said, "When I die, I will send showers of roses to earth." In that note, can you guess what we are making today? Yes, you guessed it right. We are making roses. I'll show you some roses we made earlier. Look at this. It's so pretty, right? Let me show you how to make it. It's pretty easy. All you need is a glue stick, a scissors, a green paper, and a red or whatever color you would like your roses to be. And remember, if you don't have colored paper, I have showed you last week how to color mix and make your own colored paper. Okay? So, let's make the roses first. And you take your scissors. Make sure you always ask your parents or your older siblings to help you. Okay? So you take your scissors and you point it at the middle and you try and draw a circle. Once you drew that little circle with your scissors, you can cut them out, okay? There you go. Now you have the circle. You don't have to throw this away, so you can always use it for something else. So I'll keep it here. So what you do now is you make a little spiral, okay? You go round and round. And in terms of the width, what you have to try and do is you start with a smaller width in the beginning and try and increase a bit towards the end, okay? There you go, you have your own spiral now. Now what you do is you take the end bit and you try to make and you rotate and you keep rotating till you end your finishing bit. This is a bit of a tricky step, but be patient, okay? And if you lose the rotation, you can always start from the beginning. So once you reached almost to the end, what you could do is you could cut down this section, okay? So I'm going to cut it with my hands. Okay? And you release it. And look at that, you almost have a rose. So next, what you do is you take your glue stick. You stick it at the end. You stick it at the end and there you have it. So it's nice and intact now. And you take this end bit, put some glue stick, and you stick it at the end. And you stick it at the end. You know why? So that you won't lose what you have inside. And you stick it. And there you go. Your rose is ready. Now we're going to make the stem, okay? So all you need is a bit of the green paper. There you go. That's all you need. and and you fold it again till you reach the end of the paper. And I'm going to cut a bit off because I don't want it to be too thick. And in the end bit, you put a bit of glue. And you fold it and stick it. And there you go. Now you have your stem. And on the top bit, what you do is you do a bit of cutting. Just like that. And almost it can separate a bit, okay? And you take your glue stick, stick it, and there you go. Now you have your flower and your stem. And to make the leaves, you fold it in half. There you go. And you make a leaf shape with it. Okay? There you go. And just to make it more interesting, I'm going to cut a bit of paper out from the side. And like I always say, be as creative as you can. So you can always draw on the leaves or add glitters on your roses. So be as creative as you want to be. Okay, so there you go. My leaf is ready. And I'm going to do the same thing to my second leaf. Let's do that. There you go. That's my leaves ready. I'll stick it here. The next one a bit more lower. Okay. And here you go. Just about there. And there you go. What a beautiful rose it is, right? Just like the roses that you would see in Little Flowers pictures. Bambinos, I can't wait to see all your roses, and I will see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Bambinos! Did you guys like that story? Now it is time for my favorite part. I love dancing with all of you, our Bambinos. So let's get moving. Let's stretch our arms and legs and let's get ready to dance and learn our action songs. So, are you guys ready? Let's do this together, Bambinos. Here we go. Let's get moving.
Hey Bambinos! So today's topic is do it for Christ. In easier words, whatever you do to your brother or your sister, you're doing it for Jesus. So now suppose you're in school and you see your brother who is just sitting there and no one is talking to him. But you go and you talk to him and you give him some company. Now you're doing it for Jesus. Now you see a poor person on the street who does not have food. And you tell your mama, please, let's give that person some food. You're not doing it for anybody, but you're doing it for Jesus. Jesus will be so happy. Also, you know, sometimes when we go to McDonald's or when we go to KFC, you know, and if you see a homeless person outside, you know what you do? You'll get some fries with your meal, right? Share it with that homeless person. You're doing it for Jesus because that person might be hungry for so long. So doing all this kind of small acts, you're actually doing it for Jesus. Helping is a main charism of God, you know. So when you help, just remember, when you give, when you help, you're doing it for Jesus.
Hey Jeremiah.
Hey bro,
Do you want to have a cup of coffee?
if you're free, can you make me one?
Yeah, I'll get you one.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
Here you go, a cup
Thank
of
you
coffee.
so much, bro. I really needed one coffee.
So what you up to now?
Bro, I'm finding my homework very difficult. Please, can you help me?
Yeah, sure. First, let me get a chair.
Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much.
Show me how much you have done so far. Okay, here you go. Let me see that.
So you saw that, my dear Bambinos. My bro Basil made a cup of coffee for me. And then when I asked him to help me with my homework, he just said yes. That is the act of the Holy Spirit. And when he was doing it for me, he was doing it for Jesus. When he made a cup of coffee for me, he made it for Jesus. When he helped me with my homework, he was helping Jesus. So do that, and Jesus will be happy. Bye, Bambinos.
Oh Jesus, you are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Jump, 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 jump. Oh Jesus, you are my friend and my brother. Above you there is no other. You give us love for each other. Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Oh, I forgot to teach them the action songs.
Panayama Bambinos, I'm so sorry. I forgot to teach you the actions. So let me show you. By the way, the song is called Jump for Jesus. And you know, this episode is all about doing it for Jesus. And here on earth, only we can be his hands. Only we can be his feet. Only we can be an imitation and a representation of Christ on this earth. So let's do it for Jesus. So the actions for the first verse go like this. Jesus, you are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Now, in today's actions, we've got a little bit of sign language in there. So when we say light, this is the sign language for light. And when we say fire, this is the sign language for fire. And the second verse, it goes like this. Jesus, you are my friend and my brother. Above you, there is no other. And in the second verse, the sign language used is for friend. So we do this for friend and we lift up. And the sign language for brother is this, but we're going to change it and make it a little bit more of a dance move. And when we say above you there is no other, we look to the skies and acknowledge that God is above all things. You know who joined us for our ministry today? His name was Jason. He helped us to sing and dance for Jesus.
Oh Jesus, you are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Jump, 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 jump. Oh Jesus, you are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Oh Jesus, you are my friend and my brother. Above you there is no other. You give us love for each other. Jump, 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 jump. Oh Jesus, You are my friend and my brother. Above you there is no other. You gave us love for each other. Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Oh Jesus, you are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Jump, 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 jump. Oh Jesus, you are my friend and my brother. Above you there is no other. You give us love for each other. Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Jump, 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 jump.
For Jesus.
Hi Bambinos! How beautifully God created these flowers. How amazingly God created this nature. Today we learned about a saint called Little Therese of Child Jesus. This is rose flowers, right? So let's learn a prayer to Saint Therese of Child Jesus. This prayer is called Rose Prayer. Let's pray. O little Teresa of Child Jesus, please pick for me a rose from the heavenly garden and send it to me as a message of love. O little Teresa of Jesus, ask God to grant the favors I now place with confidence in your hands. My little children, let us offer our prayers and intentions. Saint Teresa, help me always believe as you did in God's great love for me, so that I may imitate your little way each day. My little children, every good deeds what you do is treasured in heaven. God bless.
So, Bambinos, did you guys have fun dancing and moving? And what an action-filled episode that we had today. Before we sign off, I know I am forgetting something. Can you guys tell me what it is? That's correct. We haven't learned our Bible verse, right? So, let's get up on our feet. Do you guys remember our Bible verse? It was Matthew chapter 25 verse 40, wasn't it? So, let's put some action in this and let's learn this Bible verse together. Let's get up. Are you guys ready? So, the Bible verse goes like this. Matthew chapter 25 verse 40 says, and the king will answer them. So, for the king, what does the king have? A crown, right? So, we are going to point at our heads. Do you guys like my crown? So, you could point at your head or put your crown on, okay? So, it starts off like this. And the king will answer them. Truly, I tell you. So, for truly I tell you, we're going to be doing like this. So, truly I tell you. Truly I tell you. Just as you did to one of the least of these. So, for least, we're going to put our hands down, okay? To the least of these. Who are members of my family. So, for members of the family, we are going to put out our hand and we are going to see all the members. Look at our large family members that is in Jesus Christ. That's all your brothers and sisters. So if your brothers or sisters are here, you could bring them all together. So this is all my Bambino family. Look at all of you guys. So it finishes like this. You did it to me. So you did it to me. To who? To Jesus. So remember friends, when we do anything to any of our brethren, remember that no matter how great or less they are, that we are doing it for Jesus. So, did you guys like that Bible verse? Matthew chapter 25 verse 40 says, "And the king will answer them, truly, I tell you, just as you did to one of the least of these who are members of my family, you did it for me." Did you guys like that Bible verse? It was very simple to learn, wasn't it? So, are you guys ready for this week's challenge? I have a clue in my pocket. Are you guys ready? Ta-da! So, we learned how to make a flower, didn't we? So, I want to see all my Bambinos flowers. So, this flower is so beautiful. Let's see if our Bambinos can make more beautiful flowers. So, as usual, send in all your submission to our email address. So, till next time, Bambinos, remember, do everything just like Saint Therese of Lisieux did it. Do it for Jesus, and you will be more beautiful than this flower. So, guys, be blessed, stay blessed, and remember, if anybody asks you why are you doing this, you say, I am doing it for Jesus. So, till next time, Bambinos, stay safe and be blessed. So, till next time, here we go, Bambinos. Till next time, God bless and see you next week.
Oh Jesus, you are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Jump, 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 oh Jesus. You are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus. Oh Jesus, you are my friend and my brother. Above you there is no other. You give us love for each other. Jump, 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 oh Jesus. You are my friend and my brother. Above you there is no other. You give us love for each other. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus. Oh Jesus, you are my soul's desire. You light my soul on fire. You lift my spirit higher. Jump, 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 oh Jesus. You are my friend and my brother. Above you there is no other. You give us love for each other. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus. Jump, 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 jump for Jesus.
Hello, Bambinos. Hello, Bambinos. Hello, Bambinos. Hello, Bambinos.
Thank you, Jesus. Praise the Lord.
ఏరా
Chai, chai, chai.
Verse 40. Wasn't it? Wasn't it? Leaves.
No, sorry. I'm so sorry. One more time.
In the middle.
how lovely is that, oh, how lovely is the,
You know, if we get the proper settings, that will look so cool. Not really.
Hey. You ready? Yeah. To see it? Yeah. To hear it? To mix it, move it, make it. Here we go. Bambino. Bambino. Let's go, Bambino.